Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Near Mid Condition, a channel where you could be part of a positive, honest community and lay claim to some comic book knowledge. I'm Astonishing Melanie, and this is
Uncanny Omar.
And together we are.
Oh, we haven't done that in a while.
Omni.
Sound effects and everything. How's everybody
There's
doing
everything.
this Saturday morning? Welcome
Hey,
to your
Alex.
normal Saturday live stream. Woo, that last one.
Right.
That was rough. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Hey,
Thank you for
Greg.
being here every Saturday. Yeah, it's not gonna be as hectic as last Saturday. I still have some announcements of some winners to announce, probably about 12 o'clock, to give everybody a little bit of time to get in here. I assume if you were trying to win something, you're gonna be here anyway. But I'm gonna give them like 24 hours to email me back. So what's up with Omar's hair? He got a haircut. What's up with his hair? That's what's up with my hair.
Good
Love
morning,
it. Thank
everybody.
you,
Okay,
JV.
good morning from Arizona. And everyone's arms looking like Amanda's after packing up the books. Yeah.
I love that she's the one that set the bar. Morning from East Central Illinois. What's up? That's where you've been. And my boy Moonin, how's it going? Every time I see that avatar, I always see a Final Fantasy 3 character. I don't know why, because I see it from this distance, right? Because they look small. But then I click on it, and I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's Rocket Raccoon. Duh. Good morning from Sherbrooke, Quebec. That's Golden Sun, isn't it? That's Golden Sun.
There you go.
Hey, Bar, what's up? How are you doing? Rodimus, dude, I was just about to ask if has anybody heard from my buddy Rodimus Prime Rib. By the way, my love goes out to my buddy Lionheart. He lost somebody in his family this week, and we've been talking a little bit, and I know he's busy. So if you do see him in the chat sometime, not necessarily today, but when he comes back, give him some love, man. Shining Force. Oh, dang it. I thought it was Golden Sun. Take my geek badge away. Shining Force CD is my favorite. Although 3 on the Sega Saturn, it took me 5 years to gather the other 2 chapters, but I finally got around to beating it, man.
Jay was just about to watch your Hulk reading order.
Thank you. Those are coming back. Did y'all do anything fun for Friday the 13th? We had Tina and Heather over. We tried to go and drag our wives out to get some cookies from across the town. And they were like, no,
it wasn't across town. It's 40 minutes away.
40 minutes away. That's an adventure.
So across town. It was another city.
Are we going to get a video of the Alien Costume Saga? Yeah, I'm filming it today. I have the book upstairs because I got to finish reading the last couple of issues in there. Dana, it was a pleasure having you last Sunday. I got to interview Dana, and we talked about the complete Web of Horror, which was 10 years in the making. And if you still have a chance to pick it up, I strongly recommend picking it up because once that book goes out of print, it goes out of print. William, how you doing, buddy?
Let's see. The Evergreen list on Thursday was awesome. Did you see my dream panel?
I did, buddy. I did. I checked. I was checking them off. I'm like, oh yeah, you like those people? Look so good.
And Kale. He cried 3 times.
I did. I love that.
In fact, you can see he commented with Near Mid Conditions account.
Oh yeah,
about it's beautiful, and his comment made me tear up.
It's crazy to be a part of fandom.
Go check it out. Go check it out. Look at 40th. What's it called? 40th anniversary. Trigger Studios.
So it's like the people.
Look how Spirit was asking about it too.
From Gaianax, right? That left Gaianax to go form Trigger because Gaianax unfortunately went bankrupt officially last year, I think, or no, it was this year. And they made a 40th anniversary short that just brought me to tears because it's amazing to be part of a fan base for 40 years of your life and then realize how many incarnations there have been and how much there is for future fans of the series. Like, they took it all the way to the most recent one, which is Earthspark. It was beautifully done.
I was proud of myself for recognizing quite a number of characters, and Rodimus Prime Rib is feeling better.
Good, man. I'm glad to hear that, brother.
We're in Kentucky.
You guys are from Kentucky. Close. Very close to Kansas. Tornado Valley. Carlos Diaz is one of our workers, actually. B-Slash, how you doing, my buddy? I huge shout out, my friend. Like, seriously, I talked to 2000 AD and I got a sweet email from Rebellion 2000 AD from Steve, and it was really heartwarming just about how I do my videos and put a lot of passion into them. He's like, anybody can look at a book, but the way that you talk about them is very amazing and very, very contagious too. But they had sold out of that Slain box set, and they were like, "I'm so sorry, Omar. We didn't know. We didn't expect pre-orders to sell." And I always have to say, don't apologize. I think it's great that books are selling out. That's what I want to hear. So thank you so much for finding me a copy. What do you think of the new Green Lantern Corps Volume 2, the new Omnibus or the trade paper? No, you're talking about the Omnibus. Yeah, I'm in. I still want mine to be made, those left behind with all those missing issues. Love the Evergreen Live. Just get everyone together again and argue about comics, please. It is amazing how we come from different places with different opinions, and we feel strong about our opinions, and we argue, but at the end of the stream, we still love each other and treat each other like friends. And I think that is the beauty of what a debate should be, right? Listening to each other too. I really enjoy that about doing the Evergreen show. Because I also learned, like, just because I'm in my 40s and have read comics for almost just as long. I know I have read comics for 40 plus years, but I don't know everything, especially when it comes to like older stuff that's golden and silver age stuff, or even modern stuff that's coming out these days. So I love learning myself. So it's awesome. Email winners now. Email winners not now, later. Hi, amazing news about the, what was that?
No, first I had this up, but you kept talking, so I was showing other comments.
My bad.
That Larry Hama interview was awesome. Same with the Evergreen live stream. Good to see the comment pals on that one. Keep up the awesome content, Omar. Look, there's a lot of Amanda arms lifting up books right there.
Oh, is that what it is? It reminds me of Always Sunny when Charlie made the invitation. With Witchblade getting relaunched and Spawn getting compendiums, what are the chances of getting Witchblade getting some complete of the original series? Well, they're doing the hardcovers, but here's something about my favorite artist of all time, Mark Silvestri. He doesn't like oversized hardcovers. He only likes standard size. He says, I want people to experience it the way that it was meant to be experienced in a comic book trim size paper. And I said, Mark, we're getting older. Our eyes are not as good as they used to be. And he was like, well, maybe we'll revisit that. I love Ghost Machine interview, amazing studio, but I want them with the hardcovers. Oh yeah, we have one so far, the Geiger one, right? And we're getting the what's the one that's coming out? I think it's coming out in November. Junkyard Joe, yeah, that one's coming out in November. So I'm really looking. Oh, my buddy Double Vex is here. What's up, buddy?
He said it was pancake time.
Oh, it's pancake time. Oh, for him.
Bleeding Cool reports DC versus Marvel Omni's delayed. Jam DeMatteis posts a pic on Facebook that he received his advanced copy of the first Omni.
Yeah, David Gabriel got his copy last week too. So I mean, it's real. I'm not sure why the delays, but then again, Conan was also delayed too. So I'm not sure what's going on. That could be an issue with the distribution. So, but I mean, the books are done. So.
With Witchblade getting relaunched.
I answered that one already. Remember? That's okay.
Because I was supposed to have been reading the, excuse me, reading the comments. My memory is horrible, Samurai. Thank you for wanting me to join, but I wouldn't remember in order to argue it. Let's see. Oh, CNSS is happy that's late so that you can wait to buy it, right? Graham's asking about Stern's Spectacular Spider-Man run. Just started his Amazing Spider-Man run. What's your favorite story arc from his run?
The Hobgoblin. I mean, the Hobgoblin's got to be it, right? Like, it's so good because it goes for so long. And it doesn't finish until the little miniseries that he did in the 90s called The Hobgoblin Lives. Because we never knew. Oh, I don't want to spoil what happens. Never mind. It's Hobgoblin Lives, by the way, is not found in the omnibus. There is an old trade paperback. It's still pretty cheap as of this video. So try to find that. Hey, Marvel Bab, how you doing? Hope all is well with you all. Friday 13th yesterday was my 40th. Happy birthday, my brother. And the best gift was I look 35. I got told.
Doctor.
That's right. That's right. You do.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marvel Mab. Happy birthday to you and many more.
You're doing it right if your doctor's the one that's telling you look 35. That's great.
Let's see. Setting aside Cable and Deadpool, what are each of your favorites Deadpool runs? That's a good question because that's my favorite is Cable and Deadpool.
Probably. I mean, I would go with Joe Kelly.
Nope, not me.
You like Jerry?
Who do I like?
You like Jerry Duggan a little more.
because Joe Kelly, he's in love with
Siren.
Siren.
And you thought that was overplayed.
I don't want to be madly in love all the time.
Well, then it gets goofy when Death and him have a thing.
Yeah, that's true. I like that part. Yeah, I like that part.
So those are two of our favorites. I don't find it like I said, I don't find it as funny as other people do, but I do appreciate what he did with the character, especially that amazing Spider-Man issue.
I will say, because I'm just a sucker, I saw Rob Liefeld's Deadpool team up issue 1 on the
you bought it
shelf, and I was like, I'll buy it. I'm not gonna like it. I didn't like it. It didn't make any sense.
Who's the writer?
Rob Liefeld.
Well, no, he's got to have a scripter.
No,
right?
He did it. It was him.
He scripted it himself.
It didn't credit anybody else's scripting.
Seriously?
Yeah. And it jumped around a lot. That I was like, I'm good. Okay, I bought the first issue. I'm not going to buy it anymore. But that's just me. More power to you if you like it. I got you a paperback version of Slain so you can do a review. Just waiting on Nemesis Volume 2 and I'll send them. Honest, I don't work for Rebellion. I just like to promote British books. Oh, thank you.
You know what? I need to tell my buddies at Rebellion about you then, man. Like you were so sweet. Seriously.
When the Dazzling Dazzler bus is with that overview coming.
I haven't gotten any of the books for October yet, which I find rare. So I'll probably have to reach out to Marvel. Anybody live in the Los Angeles area and wants to come to a signing of Dying Inside? It's the Vault Comics. Amanda and I are covering that on Tuesday. So Amanda and I are going to LA on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I think we fly back. I'm going to go see my friend that works at DreamWorks while I'm there, but it's pretty cool. So if you're going to live in the LA area, I think you need tickets though for the Barnes & Noble. Forget I just said anything. I think it's at
Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
I thought it's at a comic book store.
It's at LA. What does he call it? LA proper.
Oh.
So it's like downtown, and you have to get tickets because one of the writers is, of course, the guy from Fall Out Boy, the Pete Wentz. Yes, rest in peace, Carl Moline, who co-created Frey, one of the greatest vampire slayers in the Buffy universe. He passed away this week, as well as John Cassaday. James Earl Jones, my buddy Patrick. Patrick and I were in a movie together, 2 movies together, and one is up for an award. This is a short movie this year, and we lost him a couple of days ago. He was one hell of a gentleman and one damn fine actor. Is the best way I can describe Patrick Mitchell, and he's gonna be missed. He was a local. You're talking about that. He was a local actor here in Kentucky, and he done a lot of plays. And then my buddy Chris, who makes movies, he's the guy that I joke about making movies for like Hallmark and stuff. He started doing some independent films. So yeah, Fall Out Boy, man.
Okay, so what time are you going to be announcing the email winners?
Around noon. I want to get people in here.
We're doing it around noon.
Around noon, buddy. And listen, I'll email you, even if you can't be here. I'll email you, of course, that you want. No real talk this Wednesday. Last Wednesday, Amanda was out with the family. So I'll see if she wants to do something like on Friday. Maybe we can do like a Transformers 1 review. John Cassaday was my favorite comic artist of all time. His death hit me hard. It did too, man. Like I have a lot of good memories of John Cassaday. Like super sweet, super smooth. Remember, he was obsessed with my t-shirt. Like, because he got
that sounds weird.
he was like, we were both drinking at a bar, man, and he was so cool. Like it was so surreal just hanging out with these people. And it must have been 2003, 2004. And he was, dude, I love your shirt. Yeah, at that bar. And it was a little known that said, "You don't know me." And he was like, "Oh man, that shirt is awesome." And I was like, "Cool. Maybe you could draw it in like your next issue of Astonishing X-Men and put me in the t-shirt." He's a really cool guy, man. And I love his artwork.
Recently watched Deadpool and Wolverine, and one of my favorite aspects is how often Wolverine's trying to kill Deadpool and how much he hates him. Are there any Omnis that have a similar dynamic?
What you really want is the Wolverine or Deadpool and Wolverine trade paperback. Because the Omni stories with Wolverine that features him fighting Deadpool are kind of scattered about. There is a Battered Blood oversized hardcover coming out later this year.
That was okay.
It's Rob Liefeld,
yeah,
co-creator.
I remember that was okay. Mm-hmm.
Dang it, we have a Patreon AMA this Friday. Never mind. I guess I can't.
Thank you,
James.
James. Thank you, James. So good suggestion.
Bad Batter Blood. I think that has a lot of Wolverine in it. So, and yes, Cassidy did hit on Melanie.
Yeah, he did. That was pretty awesome. He
was hitting on her, and I was like, "Draw me an astonishing X-Men."
Anyway, starting getting into X-Men. Do you have any guesses for when we get an Uncanny Volume 1 reprint?
No, we are getting a Volume 4 reprint soon. So I think 4? Is it 4 or 2? One of those is getting reprinted. So I hope soon. I hope all is well. When is the next slew of release videos coming on your channel? It's a good question. I'll ask David maybe this week when we can start working on those.
And I picked Astonishing Melanie because you had an X-Men name, and I was like, oh well, Astonishing X-Men is my favorite X-Men run, and so yeah, so it really stinks.
Yeah, young, 52 years old. That's not right.
It's such great work.
I know. And I feel
we got a super chat here.
Him and my buddy Nick Barucci from Dynamite, they're really good friends, and Nick was hurting like real bad. So, you get close to all these people. You go to the cons together. It feels like a family event, like when you get to the convention. Any news about reprint of Batman Contagion and Legacy? No, but I'm Sebastian, thank you for the super chat. But I think they'll probably do an omnibus of that. They've been cranking those omnis out, brother. Oh, John.
All right, back to John's usual nonsense. This is from best to worst.
Wait a minute.
Judas Traveler, Typeface, Spider Side. Who are these people? Jill and Paul Stacy.
I know who these people
Willie
are.
Lumpkin.
You leave Willie alone.
Jarvis, Jackal, and Paul.
Where's Wreck Rat is what I'm wondering.
Who are these people?
They're all Spider-Man. Well, some of the Willie, although I always think of Fantastic Four. From what? Best to worst. Oh, God bless you. All right, here we go. From best to worst, I would put, Willie Lumpkin actually has a lot. I love that guy. So I'm going to go with him. I'm going to go with Jarvis. And after that, this is where it gets bad.
Kingsport Cow says number 1, Judas Traveler, and I'm not sure if New Speed Channel how you're ranking, but
Judas Traveler is awful.
Oh, bye, Mom.
Oh, your mom's here. Okay. Yeah. Don't forget the super chat, us Becky.
John said that Willie was sweet on Aunt May for a second.
He was, he was smooth, man. Aunt May was running around with all them old dudes in the Marvel universe for a while. I don't think she does much of that nowadays. Well, no. Anyway, okay. Okay, Willie Lumpkin, Jarvis. Jackal. After Jackal, I'm gonna go with Typeface. I can't believe I'm doing this. Typeface. Then Spider Side. Then Judas Traveler. Then Jill and Paul Stacy, and then Paul. And then after that, yeah. Gosh, that was rough, man.
Amanda picked first. She was Amazing Amanda. And then when I joined the channel,
that's right. I forgot.
And I needed a name. Like I couldn't pick Amazing, right? And Samuel, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you so much, Samuel.
Just a little help with last week's postage.
Oh yeah, thank you so much.
I should have used this gift for John's super chat.
That would have made sense. Really quick about the postage and all that. There are 3 lots that are being claimed by a couple of people, so I have to make sure the right person is getting said lot. So it's going to take a little bit of my IT skills. That's why you haven't heard. And honestly, this takes a while, by the way. It always takes a while. I always tell people, be patient with your package. I promise. If I emailed you, it's me just trying to figure things out. And then eventually, getting to you. There'll be oh my gosh, with this many packages upstairs. I got to get them packed first. And then sent out. So there's going to be about 4 or 5 trips to the post office. But the very least I can do is try to get these gift cards. One of the gift cards is being claimed by 2 people, though. So I got to make sure it's the right person.
Why would someone claim something they didn't win? Saturday morning fan doesn't understand.
You don't get that? There's this thing called cheaters in the world. Where do I read up on Cable following the events of Cable and Deadpool when he disappears? Is it Cable by Dwayne Straczynski or something? And some issues of that. Yeah, you want to go... You don't see Cable again until Messiah Complex. In Messiah Complex, they kick off this idea that Cable now has the little baby Hope with him, and that becomes Cable, what we call the Lone Wolf, or Cable and Cub era. So it's Lone Wolf and Cub, right? It's Cable running around with Hope in the future and jumping from timeline to timeline. So that's where you want to go next.
Oh, just add Bunkmaster B
to a list too. Let's just make 4 lots.
Just make it.
Thanks a lot, Bunk. I appreciate it.
Have fun at Baltimore Comic Con.
Oh yeah, man. Jim Lee's gonna be. We'll be in New York too, buddy. I've had to practice self-control. Morning, guy.
Here's another Cable question. Matt, before he answers, I highly recommend the one this year that Fabian ECS wrote, the Cable miniseries.
I really liked that.
Fun. It was like 90s Cable.
It was really good.
Fun. It's old and young Cable.
And I really like that chemistry.
So you got that dynamic, just like with Deadpool and Cable, like you got a young buck. Heads. Mm-hmm. Well, they're going to butt heads as well. But what's your answer? What's your opinion on the early mid-90s Cable series?
Honestly, I really liked what Fabian ECS has started, right? Like you had this character, the first 3 issues are him in his own future. You get to find out where he was. You get to find out about his, the whole Gray Malkin thing with Professor, and then like Gene and Scott, the robots that he had, kind of like his Fortress of Solitude. Did I call it Fortress of Fortitude? Yeah, I meant Fortress of Solitude. I really, really, really liked the Blood and Metal miniseries. It's only 2 issues. That was so good. John Romita Jr. on artwork. Oh, it's so good. I dig it. It gets a lot of hate. But then again, it's 90s. A lot of people hated the 90s. Who was it? Art T-Bird on artwork, and then eventually, oh god, there were several artists that came on board until Steve Scrooge took over.
Do you think we'll have a Marvel Omnibus focusing the crossover with the Ultra Force and the Marvel characters?
I hope so one day, because I want that Avengers Ultraverse book with George Perez on artwork.
Can you talk about the World Saga Superman Omni coming out and like the whole thing?
Yeah, I really liked it. That's one of my favorite reads this year. It's been released in Compendium, but it doesn't. It's missing like how many issues? 12, 16 issues from his whole run. So I don't know why they didn't just collect the whole thing. Sultans of
That's a good song. I love Sultans of Sleep. Oh man, Cable by
Ladron, yeah. That was Joe Casey and Ladron did some amazing stuff there.
Whoa, Project Viking is saying that Micronauts Volume 1 must find his hats. It's Final Crisis.
I'm so happy to hear you say that, brother.
Where can you read the John Romita Jr. story?
That is found in the Deadpool and X-Force Omnibus. I'm glad you're here.
Do you know if Marvel still has the rights to Men in Black? Here come Men in Black.
I don't know if they do or not. And it's not like they released a lot of them. I mean, they should. They actually wasn't it owned by Fox the movies? So the yeah, I would think so. I don't think they're very well regarded, but I would love to read some Ultraverse comics since I love the cartoon as a kid. There were some really good ones. I remember Lord Pumpkin. That was one of my favorites. Nightman had a show.
My friend asked me, what's the difference between Cable and Bishop during the Lobdell era? And I had no answer.
Wait, no. Oh, dude, there is an amazing scene in what was it? Child's Play, the crossover with the New Warriors, where Cable is making fun of the technology of Fitzroy's era because he's 1,000 years into the future, further than Bishop and Fitzroy, because they're only about 100 years into the future. So he's like, stupid technology from the past. I thought that was awesome. That's how you can tell the difference. One's from further into the future.
One's fighting to protect the baby, and the other's trying to kill it.
What is my favorite?
That's the difference.
What is your favorite Batman? Like,
I got 2
favorite Batman stories.
My favorite Batman is from the cartoon in the 90s.
It's a good one.
And Zdarsky's.
Really?
Yes. But I can't choose because that was my childhood. Batman the Animated Series.
Yo, I like Batman Year One, the David Mazzucchelli costume, and I really like that blue and gray era because it reminded me of like the 60s Batman, and that's from the Year 2, Batman Year 2, if you will. Yes.
Now, is that a wrestler? Was on Always Sunny?
I think Nightmare was on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Nightmare. Oh, what are we talking about?
I don't know. We
Nightmare.
failed. Nightmare.
Nightmare, maybe?
We failed our knowledge. Nightmare show 2. Oh, let's see. Just noticed the silver play button. When did you get it? It looks great on the shelf. Oh, thank you. I was trying to say in the background, like the answer, like 1 or 2 months ago. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was about 1 or 2 months ago. Yeah. Nightman.
Oh,
yeah, that one.
Fighter of the day.
What is your favorite comic from the original Image 7 Spawn? All day, every day. I love
favorite comic.
Yeah, because I mean,
I don't know.
You had Wetworks that was really delayed because Wills Portacio had a illness in the family, and then eventually a death in the family, which sucks. But I think I would still choose Savage Dragon. It was a lot of fun when it started out.
Oh wait, that's legit. Like there are multiple Batman. Bruce Wayne. Is Bruce Wayne your favorite one? Or what about Azrael? Is he your favorite Batman?
What do we call him?
What about Nightwing?
Badass. I can't remember what we call him.
When our twins were in utero, I told people we were going to name the Bishop and King Mini Wi-Fi rolls.
That's an awesome name.
Are there Cable comics actually set in the future where he's from? That's a good question.
Yeah, those first few issues of Cable from Fabian Nicieza, absolutely.
Ah, okay, Nightman.
Yeah,
Nightmare. Not Nightmare. And Jay agrees with Batman Year 2.
It's a good look. He looks awesome, man. That's a good look. Did you ever say why Marvel? No, that is not up to me to say. Why couldn't they add the X-Men and Micronauts miniseries to the Omnibus? That's not for me to say. That's for Hasbro to say.
Karate and friendship for everyone. Is Triangle Air shut up? So is Triangle Air actually good, or is just widespread nostalgia for the time? Lots of people are excited for it, but it's 90s, so I'm skeptical with your 90s looking avatar over there. Michael's skeptical.
Hey, wait a minute now, Michael. No, Resident Evil 4 didn't. No, but that look of Resident Evil 4 wasn't until the odds. Resident Evil 2, Leon's first appearance.
Oh,
was in the 90s. My bad. For me, a lot of it is nostalgia, so this is a hard one to answer. Oh, I'm going to go with maybe a little bit of both. There are some not so good stories in there, but then there's some good classic stuff. And plus, I mean, look, here's Dan Jurgens, Jerry Ordway, Louise Simonson. I mean, those are some pretty heavy hitters right there, right? I would think so. So maybe a little bit of both.
Stop. What's Bishop's name? Your speed channel?
Lucas
You're messing
Bishop.
with me.
Lucas Bishop. His last name's Bishop.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that.
Revelation.
Cosmo shop time. I guess, yeah, in a couple of minutes. Thank you. Bart just says you're old. And Erwingo says Newt.
I like Ringo. Erwingo. And shut up, Bar. This is why you
read the Triangle Air this year. The answer is that it's great. I could trace Birthright, American Alien, and so much to it. Feel wise. I just didn't enjoy Death of Superman. But overall, solid.
You know, Death of Superman had its moments. Okay. Bibbo? What was his name? Not Bilbo. I always call him the wrong thing. Bibbo, you know, the dumb guy. Well, the way he says Superman, but it's SOOP, Superman. Like,
oh, no, I don't know that character. Okay.
I love that character. Bibbo, yes.
Bibbo.
Yeah, so
that's cute.
There's a lot of that in Wheezy's run, but he's got a soft spot. I got a soft spot for that guy.
Oh, before I read this question, let me tell y'all, Jonathan Hickman.
What? Oh.
Just cracks me up. He used a certain new age slang term in issue number 7 of Ultimate Spider-Man. And I was like, did a double take? What? Harry Osborn using "let him cook," and I was like, Hickman, whoa, now what are you doing? Okay. Anyway, sorry, it really cracked me up.
What kind of weird
regarding the Jonathan Hickman Ultimate Spider-Man run, will we have a hardcover version of all 12 issues? I would say
Wait,
so,
what do you mean all 12 issues? Aren't they doing? Isn't it an ongoing?
I guess you mean just the first year. Like,
oh man, I don't know.
Because I'm sure the issue 12 will wrap up the second.
And then people are gonna be like, well, I'll just wait for the omnibus. I don't know. That's a hard one, dude. That's a hard one. Superman. I like that, Sean.
Do you know if Marvel will add the Spider-Man versus Wolverine story to the Web of Spider-Man Omni? I think it's an epic collection.
I have emailed Marvel,
Last Hunt,
and they have seen the list that I've emailed. So whenever we got together that Sunday, me, you all, and Peter, you all came up with suggestions, and I wrote them down. I sent them all to Marvel, and they said we've looked at the list. So, and some will be yes, some will be no.
James is saying,
I have bought Death of
How many times have you bought Death of Superboy?
7.
Oh my god!
Well, the original issues, the cruddy trade paperback. So I had to get a new trade paperback in 2003 when I came back to comics.
Okay.
And then the first omnibus, which was horrific, newsprint, and they skipped all the Supergirl, even panels of Supergirl. The printing, but with the Dan Jurgens cover, the new printing with the fold out pages, and then the new printing of that printing. And I gave that away at one of our giveaways. So 7 times. Will I buy it 8 times? I'm going to buy the Absolute Edition. That's how I guess in a way. I don't even like the story that much. What the heck is wrong with me, man?
Almost said that with a straight face is what Blast said 7.
Hey, but now I have a look. I will tell you this, all with the exception of with the exception of the first omnibus, the really cruddy one I ended up selling to a friend of mine. I've given all those away on this channel. So you all are very lucky that I'm an idiot. And you can clip that, James.
Saturday Morning Fan saying that,
dude, if I have a chance, I'll go watch
Transformers 1.
I will go watch Transformers 1 today if I had a chance.
Yeah, I don't think it's around here. Let's talk about
BD Cosmos?
BD Cosmos for a second.
So one of our sponsors in Canada, who also gave away some gift cards last week, which I'll be sending information their way, is BD Cosmos. They are the Canadian leaders in graphic novels and Omnibus Editions. So if you ever need to buy anything in Canada, just go to bdcosmos.com. You have 25% off your order of 99 Canadian dollars or more. Free shipping everywhere in Canada for every order of 200 Canadian dollars or more. And keep in mind that you can tell them to keep your order until you get to that 200 Canadian dollar mark, and then tell them to ship it all together. And let them know Near Make Edition sent you their way, and you'll be added to the monthly $25 gift card raffle. Entries are valid for new and returning customers, and that's
BD Cosmos with rewards and raffles taking care of customers in Canada.
Good job. Is the second printing of Stern Omni worth picking up or play Marble Roulette with an eventual new printing?
Play Marble Roulette.
Do you just want Stern? You don't want like Amazing Spider-Man Volume 7? I think it'd be Volume 7. No, 8. Volume 7 and 8. Yeah, if you just want Stern, yeah, it's worth picking up. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, have fun. Here we've got a super chat here from Samuel. Thank you, Samuel.
Thank you. Have you ever read the Warlock 5 omnibus by Outland? It was originally a comic by Arcel Comics in the 1980s. No, I haven't. Is it still available, Samuel? And thank you for the super chat.
And what do you guys think of the DC Compact Comics?
I think they're great. Look, I think they're anything that can get people that don't read comics to pick up a compact edition, sure. They're not for my eyesight because I'm 46, I'm getting older, and they're a little hard to read. But if somebody's at, I don't know, Walmart or a pharmacy somewhere, and they're like bored waiting in line, they're like, what is this? They pick up that book, they take it home, they read it, and if we can get 1 out of every 50 people that have done that to pick it up and stay in comics, then it's done its job. So absolutely, I'm for anything that gets people to read comics. Hi, y'all. I'm debating. Thank you for the super chat, Rogelio Doyle. I'm debating on Spider-Man Next Chapter complete collections and Revenge of the Green Goblin complete collection to fill the gap before JMS. Are they as bad as people say? The Return of the Green Goblin isn't as bad. Or Revenge. There is a bad retcon in the Spider-Man X. But Howard Mackie and John Byrne's era is regarded as not a great era. But you know what? if you've read Sins Past and you read One More Day, you can look at that era and be like, that wasn't bad. So you can look at it like that. So no, it's not as bad as other things. Yo, Omar.
Collectors?
Yeah. Go ahead, Melanie.
Oh, if you don't mind highlighting, I'm blowing out a bunch of collected editions via my eBay store this weekend. More will be listed tonight and tomorrow. Nice mix of new and out of print. Price to move.
Price to move? Well, you know what that means. There's a sale going on.
Show Johnny?
This is Johnny, who donated 3 different items last week, and I'll be reaching out to him with those addresses. But he does have an eBay store. Just look for Dime Breed Collectors, that eBay store. They're not as bad as One More Day, RB.
Except the pause answers my question.
Bad, but they're not as bad, right? Better than Sins Past. Thank you. MD, how are you doing, buddy?
Oh, man.
R0, how have you been? Omar, for those that don't want to get 5 volumes of Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus, would there be an Amazing Spider-Man on Ode by Jerry Conway that collects that particular run, or Marv Wolfman Omni? I don't know. I want to say no right now, because as much as I really like both of those writers, are they enough to carry that name to sell a book? To some, absolutely. But to other people, they're like, who's Jerry Conway and Marv Wolfman? Didn't that guy write Beast Wars? You know what I'm saying?
Marv
Wolfman. or reboot. It's I don't know. I think right now probably not. I think they're gonna focus on the chronological order of Spidey. I think right now we're very lucky to get Roger Stern. And there, but don't take that as a no, absolutely not, because we're still getting creator-centric runs. We're getting Mark Grunwald's run on Captain America. We're getting Anna Sensi's run on Daredevil. So they're still in the business of making those. CA X-Men every day. What is CA X-Men? What does that mean?
I don't know. You know X-Men.
CA X-Men. Canadian
Canadian
appendages X-Men. What are you saying?
Final Shadow was saying.
Big hi back to my buddy Final Shadow.
No. Big Stu saying hi. Focus. Do you remember the pre-order the physical edition of Castlevania Dominus collection?
Final Shadow, thank you so much. Thank you for that reminder. I have it set to go because I like to order a bunch of things all at once. But I am going to. I'm going to order it. It is the DS Castlevania. And it's got one of the best ones in there.
For Chuck.
Oh, Chuck Austin. Chuck Austin. Chuck Austin. That's what about Chuck Austin? Is it worse than Chuck Austin's run on?
Oh, have fun, Nick, at the festival. Time to get some glasses, Omar. Chuck, that CA is Chuck. Oh wow, I didn't.
He said CA. I read CA. What do you mean I gotta get glasses? I get readers.
Which Batman Omni should Lone Wolf Elijah read for the first time?
Paul Dini Omnibus. It just came back to print. I'm mad. Somebody said I need my glasses because I read his comment at CA. It said CA. Hold on. What did you ask him, Warren? The whole JMS run was trash. Okay.
No, just saying that Chuck Austin's X-Men was good.
No, he did not. No one said. I think Warren.
And the JMS was trash.
I think Warren is Chuck Austin. This is one of his handles he uses online to defend his name. And he watches my channel for some reason because he knows how I feel about his run.
In your expert opinions, what are some great graphic novels for 8-year-old girls?
Tiny Titans.
Oh yeah, that's so
Tiny Titans is adorable.
Oh, what about Lydia has a fond memory for Baby Mouse?
Yeah, Baby Mouse is really good.
Dogman and
Cat Kid.
Shoot, how can
they love those books?
That one dude would be so mad at me for forgetting Catboy. Is it Dogman and Catboy? Oh man, I love those books. They're so good.
I there's nothing wrong with comic strips either. I would go with Peanuts.
Oh,
my daughter
Calvin
was
and Hobbes.
obsessed.
I ate up Calvin and Hobbes when I was 8. And I'd say, Mom, what does this word mean? What does kamikaze mean?
What does kamikaze mean? That's
Cat, thank you, Cat Kid. Cat Kid Comic Club. Oh, and it was so adorable. And it's like he's promoting kids to make their own comics. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh, Cheese Sweet Home.
Cheese Sweet Home.
If you want to get like a little bit of manga in there, Cheese Sweet Home is in color. It has no words. Beautiful.
Classic.
As
Denzel.
The guy, Nightcrawler's dad. Hey, Phil.
Did anybody say put your glasses on? I'm not seeing it. Y'all missed an opportunity.
Yes, William. It is so good.
Yes. Duck Comics. Oh, yeah.
Actually, Duck Comics is a great one. Why didn't I think of that? That's a good one.
Who's Spaceman Smith? That sounds familiar. Oh, Calvin and Hobbes. Yeah, when he would daydream in classroom, he was Spaceman Smith.
Look at my boy,
and
Kid
he would
Sport
change
Cow.
the art style. That was awesome. All right, Bruce is saying, nothing wrong with glasses.
Wear them and be proud. Also find a reading light helps, even in daytime. Well, thank you for that advice, Bruce. I will take that to heart.
Why with the show?
I don't know, baby.
There.
That
That was a big delay. They didn't want to show the Alf dancing meme.
Is he wearing a leisure suit?
Yeah.
That's awful.
Stitch manga, Marvel Oz books. Somebody's saying earlier.
Oh, the digest size Marvel Oz books are good. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Omar loves Far Side. I never really read it.
Far Side is so good.
Rita the Space Girl.
My girls got into that.
Well, Alf comics.
Okay, let's not get crazy.
When I was 8, my parents left me unsupervised. Watched around a lot. I shouldn't have. Maybe who I am, but I wouldn't let my kids do the same. Even when I have them, that's exactly him.
Oh yeah. Like, can you imagine me being 13? I'm like, oh my gosh, Berserk is the best thing ever. My daughter at 13, no, you're not allowed to read Berserk until you're 25.
Hey, Omar, regarding the recent Marvel What If, the one with Loki being worthy and Star Wars and no, not Star Wars. What's SW? SW and SM being siblings. And Moon Knight being the host of Venom. Oh, this is too much to keep up with. Will we have a graphic novel versions of those volumes?
You mean, I'm trying to think of what you're talking about the trade paperback What If? That book? Because I think it comes out later in October.
Okay, I really need to know. It's bothering me. Who's SW? Can you not figure it out either? Spider-Man.
Spider-Woman and Spider-Man?
Oh!
Well, I don't know. I don't know. You threw me off when you said Star Wars, and that's all I can think of.
Star Wars and Spider-Man, they're siblings.
Which Star Wars and Silverman are being siblings?
Thank you. That is so sweet.
Really? Jeff Smith's Bone's a good one too.
I saw R-rated movies when I was around 10. My parents were still new to the country and didn't know much about MPAA. I saw a lot of cool stuff, yo.
Where are your parents from, brother? Would you suggest to anyone Savage Dragon? I think it's an amazing character, but it's a good suggestion for a new reader. It's a lot of fun, yeah. Now, here's the thing. I stopped reading around issue 45, and somebody told me, somebody left a comment that, how dare I highlight that book? It goes into pornographic territory later.
Wait, which one?
Savage Dragon. And I was like, I ain't read it that far, and I'm only talking about the 10 issues, man. Maybe you need to tone it down some. But then you can't really read tone in comments, but that's the way I took it. But no, I think it does. Like my buddy Gabe from Omnibros told me that too, that it goes into like adult territory later on, which I could kind of see.
Oh, did we get a package?
I don't know. Somebody was at the door.
I'll go get it here in a few minutes, and it's Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch. Well,
there's so many SWs.
I just thought Star Wars.
You threw me off. I don't even know. I don't think I would have gone with Scarlet Witch. I would have been Spider.
Oh man, what are the chances we will get a Saga of Chris Starr?
Well, there is a Chris Starr toy coming, so maybe one day we'll get that. Oh, dude, that's what's up. They're from Laos. Okay.
Where's that?
Overseas, Melanie. Next question. What am I going to do? Get a globe and go like, right over here. Is Seven to Eternity a good one to buy? I love Seven to Eternity, dude. The artwork in Seven to Eternity by Jeromo Pena is phenomenal. Phenomenal artwork.
Cool picture. Did you draw that?
Looks like Yoshitaka. How do you guys feel about the just announced Rogue in Savage Land? My wife, whose favorite is Rogue, doesn't like that they're revisiting this, considering Rogue's age and her fan. Wait, hold on a second. Just hold on a second.
Fan service.
Paul, number one, you know better than to ask a man how he feels, dude. There's a book for couples. It's what is it called? The 7 Love Languages. We read a book about couples and like.
No, you're thinking of Men Are from Mars, Women Are from Venus.
Whatever I'm thinking. But it's interesting because I didn't think about it. Leave that comment for a second, baby.
I'm just reading houses.
there's a thing about like when you like it's like a wife approaching a husband. When you ask for an opinion from your husband, don't ask how he feels about the color of a room or something like that. Ask what he thinks.
Well, nobody says, how do you feel about this color? You do genuinely.
I'm pretty sure you've asked how to. Are we arguing right now? Yes. Go get the package.
But if it's like a decision, not how do you feel about it, what do you think? I'm gonna get the package.
Okay. What was I saying? Dude, Savage Land Rogue. Yeah, I'm in. What's wrong with her age? Rogue's age? Is your wife? Does your wife think she's too old to have fan service? Dude, I feel like no matter how old you are, you gotta feel good and hot, right? I don't think there's a problem with older people feeling hot, though. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. I was excited for it. I don't care how old Rogue is. But, you know, I also, I can kind of see maybe what your wife is saying. Maybe she's too old to be wearing those kind of outfits. Well, how about this? We don't know the plot yet. Maybe she ain't got a choice. Maybe she went through a fight and she's stuck in this outfit because there's no clothes in the Savage Land. I haven't read it, so I don't know. That's what I think. Or I feel, I'm sorry. What to expect with the Grimm series? Hey, Bradley, thank you for the super chat. Are you talking about the one that was by Boom Studios? About the young girl that's stuck being the Grim Reaper? Yeah, that's a fun series. Is that what we're talking about? I'm sorry. Maybe you can fill it in a little more. Like fill me in a little. Let me know exactly what you're talking about. What do you think the best current ongoing series is right now? I've been enjoying Fantastic Four. I've been enjoying Conan the Barbarian. From DC Comics. DC's got a lot of good stuff. I've really liked. Oh gosh, that Birds of Prey was excellent by Kelly Thompson. It was excellent. Now you're gonna keep asking me about my feelings. How do you feel about Batman 2 taking place in winter? And do you think going for Mr. Freeze? Yeah, I'm okay with Batman 2 taking place in wintertime. There's got to be seasons in Gotham. Best ongoing is Ultimate Spider-Man. I don't care how old she is. Fear those who would use those words for evil. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm talking about older women. Omar, is there enough material for OG X Factor for a volume 2 that leads into whatever the next event is? Well, yeah, but it's going to double dip heavily with Inferno. So it would go into Inferno, and then it would go into... And it will double dip heavily with X-Men by Chris Claremont and Jim Lee. So it would have Judgment War in it, though that's never been collected in oversized format. I have not read any of Ain't No Grave.
Oh, I want to read it.
The one that I won last week. Never heard. Oh, okay. Got you. It's about a young girl that gets stuck being a Grim Reaper. It's so good. My buddy Bar recommended it to me. I really liked it. Yeah, he's the one that asked about it.
Oh, so you showed it. Did you give him a gift?
No, I did not. You want to give him a gift? I'm so sorry.
Bradley.
Sorry about that, Bradley.
You get Blade. Cool. There we go. Let's see. Really quick. I am a high school English teacher, and I would like to announce my students of the week. I have to announce from last week and this week because we did the giveaway. So this week, Tatum in Film Studies earned Student of the Week for his engagement. Addison and Bianca in the English classes won for their terrific analysis. Addison, and your questions, and Bianca, your responsibility and being just so helpful. So thank you. And last week, Nick Hiley in Film Studies also won for her terrific analysis, Student of the Week. Elizabeth, who's going to be a graphic novel creator someday. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. And Amelie for her terrific work with her poems on The Interview. Now, this week, we've got in Film Studies on Navy Days, Micah for his engagement and insight. And it's terrific to have you in class, along with in creative writing second period, Megan, for your engagement and your hard work. And then finally, in fourth period creative writing, Josh, for your engagement and hard work. Thank you, guys. And on Green Days, film studies, Isabel, for I heard some of the terrific things you were talking about in the discussion of Forrest Gump. And in English, third period, Kinsey, congratulations. You're very responsible and you're engaged. Thank you. You're a terrific worker, along with Rayleigh in fourth period English. Thank you for your terrific work as well. Good job, guys.
Good job, everybody. Stay in school.
Thank you. Sorry, that was a little long because I had 2 weeks worth.
Do you think there's any likelihood for us to get an Inferno Aftermath? Absolutely. I mean, you saw what they do with the Prelude, right? Yeah. But, gosh, man, we are in double dipping territory. Do you think we'll get a Power Man and Iron Fist omnibus? I hope so. But not with that issue of Rom collected in it, unfortunately. My wife feels she's too young in that time. She was of age. I believe it's a flashback to her time with Magneto. Yeah, she was over 18 at that time. Or at least that's the way I remember it. No, she was. Because I think she was 15, 17 by the time she joined the X-Men. She had to have been 18, I think, at that time. Congratulations to those young children. Mm-hmm. Is there a Spouse of the Week award, Melanie? How do you feel about that?
You win Spouse of the Week award.
Just this week.
Good job, baby.
Did you watch Watchmen Chapter 1? Oh, I have not. Me and Amanda need to catch up on things we need to watch. Picked up Den Volume 3. Oh, those are so solid, dude. Excited to continue the story. Do you think Dark Horse will continue the Corbin library after it finishes? After they do Den, I know if Jose Villarrubia has anything to do with it, they'll continue it. Absolutely. No new 2099 news. Congratulations, kids. Congratulations. A winner is you. Hey, Omar, hope you're well. And I hope you're well, Luke. I was just wondering why some of the series are released by number, like Wolverine 1, 2, and 3. And some are released by creator names, like Deadpool by Joe Kelly.
That's a good question.
So the short answer is volume numbers tend to sell less the more they go up. And that goes for books too. So volume 1 will sell well. Volume 2 will sell not as much. Volume 3, by the time you get to volume 5 and 6, they don't sell as well as a volume 1. That has changed a lot in the last years because, you know, when we started doing these things, 10 years ago with collected. Have collected editions? Oh my God. Omnis have been out for 20 years? No, that's not right, right? 2004, 2005. Yeah. Sorry. That just surprised me how fast time goes sometimes. We weren't expected to get more than like one omnibus, right? Like volume 1. Who knew? We never knew. So they started doing creator-centric books to kind of fill in those gaps. That's why the X-Men titles are such an amazing yet ridiculously put together in chronological order. Beautiful thing. And honestly, my video that kind of brought a lot of people to the channel was the X-Men reading orders, because it gets so confusing because you've got, well, back then we only had Uncanny 1 and 2. 3 was about to come out. But we had, like, after that, we had Mutant Massacre. We had Fall of the Mutants. We had Inferno. We didn't even have Inferno Prologue at that time. But, you know, like, it was like, well, it's going to be years before we get to a volume 5, 6, 7, 8, even if we do it. So the long story is because they did not want to continue the volume numbers because they didn't sell as well. So they figured, why don't we do it a creator-centric book? But that'll change with things like Conan the Barbarian, and then of course, Amazing Spider-Man volume was the very first volume 5 that Marvel put out.
Do you think Rom will be collected in Epic editions after the Omnis are done?
Didn't we already announce that, Dana? Micronauts and Rom? I certainly hope so. If I hadn't, hey, yeah, Rom's coming out in Epic Collection. So is Micronauts.
Well,
I think I knew that. Yeah, next. Yeah, we've announced it. Curtis and I announced it, Dana. So yes, I do.
Do you have high expectations for DC's new Absolute Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman? What was the hashtag you used?
Hashtag.
No, the words.
Hashtag was the hashtag that I used.
I'm not gonna read it until it's in collected
No,
editions. Like that.
Oh, because on Twitter, it was trending that, you know, creators and other people have like, I just read Absolute Batman 1, and it was amazing. So I just tweeted, I haven't read Absolute Batman 1. I'm sure it's gonna be great when I read it in collected editions, though. Hashtag. Is this how trending? This is how trending works. So Wonder Woman looks amazing. Wonder Woman looks amazing. People are making fun of how ridiculous Batman looks, and I think to myself, actually, I had a good conversation with my buddy Sal from Comics Pop about this.
You already did announce Rom, so that's cool.
Oh, cool. That I'm sure people, if the internet was around, you know, would have been making fun of Frank Miller's Dark Knight books. So yeah, I'm excited for some. I'm willing to give. Well, the name's going to be ridiculous. That's for sure.
Yeah, thanks for noticing, Josh. They're bigger. It's just, I don't know. We picked their options, so we picked another one. They've probably been there for a long time, haven't they? Hey, Earth's Geomancer. Does the Angel of Death epic contain material that is already in the Omni format?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Because it takes you to follow the mutants.
Mm-hmm.
Just got the kids down for their nap, hoping I can read a bit of something green hell before the chaos resumes. Get on it, man. I like your avatar, too, with your pup and reading. I remember, oh, man, co-napping is also very important for young parents.
Oh, y'all want to hear something make Omar mad? Okay, somebody earlier, I think your screen name was something about comedy. Master Comedy was asking like how to take care of your books when you take them out to read. Well, I'm bringing my single issues to school, and I don't care how I treat them.
I'll bend it
back. Because you're gonna get mad. I'll bend them back. I'm like trying to drink my coffee, and I'm like turning the page like this.
Those are your single issues. You keep away from my absolutes and
I'm
omnis.
Like, I don't have to be careful. I don't care what condition these things are in.
Don't think I'm not watching you reading my Full Metal Alchemist hardcovers while you're eating breakfast either.
No, I take good care of those, baby.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I'm like going like this. I don't touch it like with my hands. I use my arm to hold it down and we'll make sure. Anywho, there.
Hold on. Click on Josh. Miller didn't have a yard sign axe. Miller had like a chunky, angry old man Batman. Dude, I'm sure that did not fly with a lot of people back then. But we didn't have social media, so we wouldn't know.
Hey, Brian. I did mess up T.
Yeah.
YouTube gives like 15 options to count down to live premiere stream, but 95% or more people just pick the default selection, right? It's just
I wanted to do something unique. Hey, Axel, how are you, buddy?
Suspenseful. Oh, mysterious and you're suspenseful. Would you buy again all the X-Men Omnis if Marvel upgrades a monster-sized Omni? Wow. What's monster-sized Omni?
That Jim Lee one, maybe.
Oh, so okay. I'm thinking like still as thick as an Omni. That's what. But that one's not.
Thick as an omnibus and as tall as the.
Yeah, like that. Like.
Yes.
I've never seen the like.
Yes.
What? Wait. What about that right there? What's that?
That's the Tashin. That's still not as big as the monster size one. It's not as big as the Jim Lee one.
It's not as tall.
No. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hope you're doing well, man.
Reading gloves in a sterile environment only.
Wash your hands, turn the
page.
We
watched Bone Tomahawk the other day, and one of the characters was talking about reading in a bathtub, how he wanted to read in a bathtub, but he couldn't. Anyway, I'm like,
it's an awesome movie.
In a bathtub. I don't care. I have not. I'm still reading Ultimate Spider-Man, and then I just, it's not in my folder to pick up, and I guess I'm not interested enough. It was good though. So if you're liking it, maybe I should get it.
My buddy, what's his name? Max said that was one of the best comics he's read in a long time.
Really?
I was like, that's awesome. I don't want anybody.
Wait, is he been writing those as well?
No.
Who's writing?
I can't. I haven't been reading them, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, it is teen time. That sounded funny. Yeah, Nick, Bone Tomahawk twice. I was like,
oh yeah, my brother was disturbed.
Yeah, for an hour, it's like there's nothing going on, and I wanted the dialogue from the beginning. It was just a normal Western.
Takes
okay, and then I'm like, oh,
and rips that. That was
okay.
awesome.
T, Ding dong.
So if you live in Europe and you're interested in buying big books, don't forget to check out Walt's Comic Shop. They're based out of Berlin, Germany. They have flat shipping rates of 12 euros for all EU countries. Emails answered within 24 hours. They have a superb collection. Superb collection of new titles and out-of-print books. And that's waltscomicshop.com. And exclusively for you minties, tell them Near Mint Condition sent you their way. Use the code Near Mint Condition. Check out. You get free shipping for all EU countries over 40 euros or more. And then they also have a big book of the month. So the big book deals of September are Web of Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 1. All covers are 79 euros and 99 cents. Manifest Destiny Deluxe Edition Hardcover Volume 2, 41 euros and 99 cents. Forever Evil Omnibus, 99 euros and 99 cents. And then the manga deals are the Vampire Knight Complete Box Set, 149 euros and 99 cents. And Delicious in Dungeon, this is a good deal. Box set, 154 euros and 99 cents. And that's Walt's Comic Shop. Walt's Comic Shop.
Totally missed that because I was reading that email. Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ding, ding, ding.
Thank you for playing, Melanie. I'm glad you were paying attention the whole time.
That's just like cinema therapy. This week he missed his cue to say Forrest Gump.
Yeah, Forrest Gump. I'm waiting for my Ghost Rider 2099 omnibus from Walt. Once more, do you know about the DC Omnibus 2-volume Detective Comics before Batman? Yeah, I know they canceled it. Man, look, here's straight up answer. We are living in times where, I see the comments on my videos. Like when I talked about the Mutant Massacre Prelude, they censored one word, right? It's a derogatory term. And, I saw the comments. I haven't checked the comments in the last 3 days, though. It seems like there was a conversation going on about censorship and things like that. I don't think books like Detective Comics before Batman nor Captain Marvel, Shazam, the Monster Man and books like that are going to come out. DC has canceled that book 4 times, or no, three times. Just because of the racial stereotypes and stuff. So even with a stamp on it, that's like, these are products of their time. Me personally, I don't think, just because I've seen the change over the last few years as people like publish these books, and I don't know. Maybe there's backlash. I really don't know. But it doesn't feel like they're ever gonna do it. It was canceled. Hey Minty, sorry I'm late. I was on a show that just ended. What have I missed?
We're just about to announce the email winners. But we've got 4 super chats to get to beforehand. And I'd like to highlight what MD was saying about how all the excitement for Ultimate Spider-Man is now on Ultimate. So wow,
somebody else has said that too.
That's I'll have to check it out. Thank you. You've convinced me. So Bruce super chatted. I would love if Omnis came in absolute gallery dimensions. Would be definitely double dip on a bunch.
Some big books, man. Bruce, people already complain about how big Omnis are. Where to read them?
And wait, here, I'll get DC. Weirdest Batman villain moment? For me, it's when Mr. Freeze killed his wife by accidentally shattering her. Nora was seriously dead until the New 52.
Yeah. Weirdest Batman. I'm gonna go with Tarantula and what she did to Dick Grayson. Awful. Devin Grayson wrote that story. This is so bad. Hey, Omar, what are your top 5 LMAO funniest Omnis, OHCs, trade? Like,
hey, I picked up.
Like, legit made me laugh, or like, I can't believe they made this kind of laugh. Like,
I interpret it as just funny. What makes you laugh?
Cable and Deadpool and Cable for sure. That genuinely makes me laugh. Funniest. Oh, this is hard. Because when I think of like Omnis, there's not. I mean, like, is there anything funny in Batman? Maybe some Robin's not in omnibus format. Couple moments in Claremont's Uncanny X-Men, like around issue 219. What's that one's drawn by Brett Blevins? That one made me crack up, but for the wrong reasons.
Hitman is hilarious. I hate Fairyland.
You know what? Hitman is actually a great answer. Hitman's a great answer. So I'm going to go with Hitman. Thank you. Who said that? Scott? Yes. Omnis, man, we're limited to Marvel, DC. That what? Okay, so those are 3. I need 2 more.
No, it's
Flash.
Trades. Oversight.
Oh, trades.
This trade is hilarious.
Which one's that?
Weasel Goes to Hell.
Is that the one by Scotty Young?
Yes, this one made me laugh.
Yeah, okay, then I gotta go with I Hate Fairyland, the Far Side collection. There we go.
There you go.
And JLI has some good moments, but don't think that JLI is just funny, right? Like JLI actually has some genuine heart and wonderful moments, but also, yeah, funny.
Email winners?
Let's do the email winners. I'm gonna
open up New Sweet Channels box.
Okay. I want to again thank everybody for participating in the giveaways. If I could, I would mail each and every one of you something, but fortunately, that would cost a lot of money though. But we just have some winners that I have to announce. So I will be emailing these people if I haven't already. The Comics Bugle €50 winner is Carlos Diaz. Congratulations, Carlos. I see you in the chat. The Indie Lot winner 1 is Kyle Moyer. And I'm sorry, I have to say your last name because there's so many Kyles that also try to win this lot. So just in case, and if you didn't write your last name down, I had to write your email signature down. So not your email address, but like the first part of your email signature. The Organic Price Books winner is Jeremy Abraham. Congratulations. The Batman Eternal Omnibus winner is Gupta67. That's an email address. And I've already emailed Jeremy and Gupta, so just waiting for the emails back. The Indie Miscellaneous, this is the name I know. Mark Zimmer, congratulations, buddy. That's the Indie Miscellaneous lot. Thank you, man. The Hulk Omnibus lot is Gustavo Ramirez. Thank you so much for watching and participating. And the Spider-Man Omni lot is Ryan Jackson. I got to email a couple more of these people, but these are the winners for this round. Keep in mind, I'm also giving away 2 copies of Micronauts Omnibus Volume 2. Go watch that video to see how to enter. But thank you so much, everybody. Seriously. And thank you to all the super chats and the PayPal donations. You all were phenomenal last week. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you all that participated. And yeah, hope to do it again. Now comes the hard part of like actually putting everything in boxes and get ready to send out. So thank you, everybody, for being here. And I just want a copy of Trouble. That's it. I don't know if we have any left. Boom goes the dynamite. Congratulations to all. I recognize 2 of the names from our regulars. So thank you. Kyle Omar here. Docs. That is you. All right. Oh, cool. I was like, is that Kyle the Mighty? I didn't know that was you or not, man. That's awesome. Okay. So I know that's definitely 2 people. Thank you for that, Josh. Yes, that is our PayPal address, evilomar@hotmail.com. Thank you so much, buddy. Omar, how come you've never done an overview of Fantastic Four? Let's talk about this. Hickman Volume 1. I was looking for 1, but I couldn't find it. You've done Volume 2. I think because I didn't get a copy of the new printing of Volume 1, and when there wasn't any books coming out, Marvel, when they weren't sending me anything, not that DC's, well, DC sent me like 3 books, but I was doing retro views during that time, and I never got a chance to do a retro view of Fantastic Four. So that's why. I guess I need to do it.
Wait for New Sweet Channels package?
Yes.
Okay. Then, oh my bounty, here's some books for the Near Mint Condition Library. And you can also give them away if you don't want or need them. And then look at this awesome picture you drew. Nobody else look, just Chris. Look at this awesome picture you drew. Completely random picture of a robot shooting at something.
That's exactly what the world needs.
Let's see. So we've got this book right here. If you could hold that up. My Boyfriend is a Bear was an unexpectedly fun read I found at Ollie's, a potential future hidden gem that just may change your life. Also, I don't believe you have this Justice League Task Force book.
Don't have that Justice League. I just got excited for that.
An extra copy, so have at it.
Thank you, dude.
Now, this one is not safe for work, warning. Although it seems like it would be a cheerful book based on the title, it is actually a rather dark anthology with taboo subject matter and copious nudity and violence. cerebral gobbledygook, I would say.
Is that
But Wolverine is fine.
that is Dawn, right? Cry for Dawn. Yeah, it is Cry for Dawn.
And
Michael Lisner.
Look how pretty this is. This is the signed and numbered artist select printing of Iron Man by Bob Layton, which is limited to only 999 copies. My copy is number 34. Larry of Larry's Library has number 129. What copy do you have inside? Between the three of us, we have a ratio of 1 and 333 for all copies in existence. Wow.
Dude, this is nice. This is from IDW? Oh,
Thank
we're going to
you.
find out what number I have, News Food
Yeah.
Channel. Thank you, dude. This is the package that was lost, huh?
Oh, wow. And Josh loves that book as well. My boyfriend is a bear.
No, he said my pal cat.
Oh, well,
It's friend.
she doesn't get enough love, please read. Well, okay. Well, same thing. Your shared love for it. That is a shield.
Yeah, this is as big as an Absolute Edition. All right, we're going to find out what the plate in here is.
Yeah, that's really
Artist
pretty.
Select is actually pretty cool. So this is Bob Layton, huh? Where is John still in here? John's our Iron Man guy. Oh, it comes with a dust jacket too. Oh, that's a cool cover. All right, let's see here. Mine is number 247. 247.
247. Thank you, News Food Channel.
Oh, so it's the actual comic. I thought it was like art of. That's cool.
I
got it.
In the head.
I got it. This is Bob Layton.
It should have the 4-color separation thing in it. Is it any surprise that I also have that Bob Layton artist? Like, I thought about you. I was like, I wonder if John.
Oh,
has
John.
this.
I was like that. John's here.
I was say, wow, that is nice. Wow. What was the number again?
247.
247.
Yeah, this is a big
The
slick
colors
edition.
look vibrant.
The paper stock they're using is not like the glossy paper stock that we've seen.
Well, yeah. It's just a beautiful edition that it's printed in. Hey, how are you?
Pecan manga. Sir Lord Capybara, what is the scan quality and average for epics with 90 stuff? Kaminsky's Iron Man. Depends. Right before the era when they started using glossy paper, because that's when they started doing the Malibu. Like, part of the reason why Marvel at the time had bought Malibu was to get the colors, those like computer colors. So it really depends on when it was coming out.
Oh, did you not answer Logan's question? What do you think of the first half?
Oh, I loved it. Like, to me, like, Jonathan Hickman's run on Fantastic Four is one of my favorite runs of FF. What's up, Joe Cool? How you doing, brother? IDW also did a select edition like that of John Byrne's Fantastic. Speaking of Fantastic Four, that's another one of my favorite runs. Looks like Omar's has another Iron Man book he won't read. I read Iron Man.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just showing that because I thought you were going to go on about Fantastic Four.
Well, what did I say? That's right, Rodimus Prime.
Okay, so Logan, he liked the first half.
Oh, yeah, I loved it. No, I didn't like it. I loved the first half of FF by Hickman. I thought it started off strong with that Secret Invasion miniseries.
Is What If Volume 2, Issue 80 in the 90s Fantastic Four Epics? It has the canon Ant-Man era Fantastic Four telling the story, and is canon.
Is What If Volume 2, Issue 80? 90s No, it's not in the Fantastic Four Epics. Omar reads Iron Man. He just doesn't like. I didn't say that either. That's right. They did do a Sienkiewicz New Mutants one.
Goodbye, Carlos. Congratulations.
Oh, you did? Congratulations, buddy. I don't think I need anything else.
So you have some of that content already in the Iron Man by Michelini,
Yes.
Layton, John Romita Jr. Omnibus. I figured you could get some use out of it in the oversized format.
Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that, man. Will you guys be at Baltimore Comic-Con again this year?
Not
Meeting
this
you
year.
last year was the highlight of the conference.
Aww.
Oh, thank you. We're doing New York Comic-Con, and I think I'm taking my girls to Baltimore in November to go to TFCon. You're still invited if you want to go with.
No.
You say no thanks?
Oh, I said, oh, thanks. I'll probably appreciate some alone time, but then I'll be like,
I miss my family.
This is way too. I just want an hour of alone time. I don't want days of alone time. I love that miniseries, the Dark Reign stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
Let's see. What's is up with X-Men Wildcats missing from the Omni? And why not put JLA Avengers, although the latter can still get a deluxe?
JLA Avengers is completely different than the DC stuff. A lot of it has to do with what DC printed and what they had the rights to print. And at that time, Wildstorm was not part of DC Comics. In Marvel, are bad scans editorial oversight, or they just push to release books after announcing in spite of not having good scans? It's not editorial. It's just a lot of it has to do with how much it's going to cost to pretty much scan it and then do a complete rebuild of it with the colors. That's why I say that the Marvel Masterworks, are just the top tier of collected editions, because they do that. They go in and retouch the colors and retouch the artwork and bring you the best quality that they can. We haven't gotten to the 90s in the Masterworks, so there are no scan files. There were no digital files, and it's only some, right? Like, we're talking about an era. We've already seen it in Excalibur. We've seen it in New Mutants. Not New Mutants, I'm sorry. Gen X. We've seen it in Wolverine, in Epic Collections, and in Omnis. It's that era where we didn't have digital back then.
Hi, Matt.
So it just became, it's difficult to go in there and just touch up every one of those issues. It would take a lot to do, and a lot of money, of course. So that's what's going on.
Matt Zdarsky's right, because I actually get it in singles.
What's your favorite Batman comic to read daily? Probably my childhood. Alan Grant, Norm Brayfogle, the Chuck Dixon era of Batman. Things that I was really into at that time. Yeah, I think that era of Batman. Didn't DC get a retroactive ownership of Wildcats X-Men? Yeah, but there's licensing with that. Like, it's not as easy as, hey, we're buying this company, now we get everything they did. It's not that easy, because there were contracts written before DC bought out Wildstorm, which is why the Aliens Wildcats miniseries that kills off half of Stormwatch is not also reprinted in that particular book. Sorry, I joined. Have the emails? Yes, I did. I have. I announced that around noon. If you want to go back.
And I was away from comics for a long time. I recently got back into it. When did they start putting out Omnis?
So the first one was
good question.
Ultimate Spider-Man. There was a Barnes & Noble exclusive. I want to say that was 2002, 2003. And I guess it did well enough that David decided, okay, let's put it out for direct market. And that's where we got the Fantastic Four Volume 1. And Fantastic Four Omnibus Volume 1, the first printing, has the exact what is it called? It's the symbol, the Marvel Omnibus symbol. The colors are flipped, so it's red on white instead of white on red. That's how you can tell. And I think it's the only one that did that. When they reprinted it, it became the white on red, and that's what we see now in all of the Marvel Omnis. So about 20, little over 20 years. Yeah.
I'm currently reading X-Men by Stegman. But who's writing it?
What is it?
Jen
McKay?
Yes, thank you. God bless. I was like, I remember the artist. By McKay. I read issue 2, and now I need to read issue 3, but issue 2 made me snicker. Or did I already read issue 3? I can't remember. Well, anyway, I was like, oh, yeah, I'll get into it. I like the dynamic. At first, I was like, but yeah, okay. I liked it, issue 2, the team dynamic. And I need to read Wolverine, Deadpool, World War III. I read the first page of the Poisonwood Bible and then fell asleep. Which I read it years ago, and I remember being so affected by it that I know I want to reread it. I just was so tired after parent-teacher conference night. And as always, I rotate between Full Metal Alchemist, Monster, Chainsaw Man, and One Piece. I'm up to date. So when that chapter hits on Shonen Jump, that's what I read. Let's see. There was a question. There we go. How come Extinction Agenda was omitted from the Lee and Claremont's Omnis in the first place?
Because that hardcover had come out first. So you had the oversized hardcover of Extinction Agenda. Because they were going through events at that time. We had, before the omnibus of Mutant Massacre, we had an oversized hardcover of Mutant Massacre. We had an oversized hardcover of Inferno. We had Extinction Agenda. And then they started doing omnis around that era. So it's really cool, man. Like it was cool back. It was cool to see it happen as it was happening. And I don't know how, like, it's weird to explain that to people now when people are into collected editions, even in the last like 5 years, right? Because things are so different. Back then, it was the Wild West of like, what's going to be collected? How are we going to collect this era of X? In just as X-Men, right? They don't really do this with like Captain America or anything else, besides like Ed Brubaker's like creator-centric books. But we have come a long way from those times. Now we're just now people have like options like of what to buy, right? And I wish we had that back then. We didn't. We just bought up whatever was coming out because it was exciting to get a new oversized hardcover of your favorite X-Men stories. I thought that was really cool back then. Now it's like, well, okay, do I go with the Mutant Massacre Prelude or do I go with X Factor 1 or Uncanny 5? Like now people have options, and that is nuts to think about. I was thinking about, what was it? There's a particular storyline that has been collected in 3 different omnis. Is it Longshot? Yeah, Longshot has been. That was one of my most favorite stories that I wanted to see in oversized hardcover format one day. And now it's in 3 different omnis. That's insane. That is insane. It's in the Arthur Adams Omnibus. It's in Uncanny 5, and it's in the Prelude to the Massacre. Back then, we had no idea. Sorry, am I going on too long about this? You just tapped my knee.
Yeah,
like, sorry, I'm really.
Scott starting Poisonwood Bible and just finished the last unicorn.
Oh, yeah. High five, Scott. That was more important than me going on a whole rant about the collected editions, apparently. Even though this is the home of collected editions, and that's a Poisonwood.
No, look. Here's the super chat.
Oh, thank you.
Geomancer asking about Omnidog.
Yeah, he's been really sick. I think he's doing better today.
Okay,
I was going to give him a call after the stream to check on him.
Good.
He was going to join us on Thursday, but he was, dude, let me tell you,
Oh, and Omnibus saying Omnidog is doing okay.
Good. I talked to him a little bit yesterday, but I was going to call today. We're old, man. We don't
call.
Well, no, because we don't text. We call each other. We don't text, man. We're that age.
Is it the true?
Are you cloud atlasing me?
Oh, okay. John's got a super chat as well.
Guy.
Thank you, John.
Could you speak briefly about the importance of Iron Man to the Krakoa era? Actually, John, and how those stories should be mapped when Krakoa is. Actually, you're 100% right, brother. The Jerry Duggan Iron Man ties heavily into the Krakoa era. Shut up, Tyler. Yes, you'd call.
Chris,
Machete.
That's on my to-watch list.
I love those
Watched
movies,
it years
dude.
ago, and all I can remember is he used the intestines as rope to jump out the window. I want to
So
watch
awesome.
it again.
Machete don't text. That's right, man. We don't text. That's right. Thank you for reminding me of that movie.
Oh man.
I'm still
sorry,
hope.
Planet 628 for your triple dipping fiasco.
Wait, what happened? Hi, just
Fun.
arrived. Green for
X-Factor,
Argentina. Argentina, dude. I always say I'm from Argentina because Peruvian soccer team sucks. Has it always taken so long to release omnis of the current series? No, it used to be longer. It used to be like, seriously, for anybody that's been collecting omnis, like we didn't have omnis of the current series unless you were a huge name, right? One in particular, because I think what happened was Ed Brubaker's run on Daredevil and Captain America was being collected in omnibus format as he was still writing the book. The problem with that is that they had no idea how long Ed Brubaker was going to be writing both series. So that's why you see some fatties and you see some skinnies in those collections. Now, it seems like they're waiting, with the exception of somebody like Jed McKay's Moon Knight. I was really shocked that...
Oh, yeah, you enjoyed that book.
It's a great book. That they did a Moon Knight by Jed McKay because he's currently writing Vengeance of Moon Knight. So we don't know how long he's going to be on the book.
So Invincible Iron Man
Yes,
is an integral part.
100% agree with that.
Better compared to the rest. Oh man, I don't know anything about it. I haven't read it. I'm waiting for the collected edition.
What was the question John asked? I got distracted. Quit distracting me, Melanie.
The super chat about how Iron Man is an integral part of.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I said it got.
Yeah,
it's super important towards the end. Absolutely, it's like towards that. As Tyler said, the fall of X era.
Dan anime at the movies today.
Oh, the movie. Dan, that's the anime.
Oh, I don't know what that is. I think the answer is no. Then I don't know what it is. Not because I don't know, but just
I'm sorry, I got distracted, John.
It talked about it.
I think I answered your question. I hope so.
Here's an interesting comic book question for you. Other than the Aquaman, are there any other Marvel or DC characters that use sonar?
Yeah, Batman.
Look at you using all caps because it stands for something. Whoa!
Batman using sonar. Who uses sonar? That was sarcasm.
What does it stand for? I'm gonna look it up. Oh, John. Also, okay. Answer this, and then John's got a question.
I don't know who else uses sonar. I don't think anybody. There's a character that uses it.
What? Maybe in the chat. Do you all know? And he asked how it should be mapped.
Properly.
No,
it should be part of Fall of X, honestly, because it is a huge part of Fall of X. And I don't want to spoil what is going on in it if people haven't read it, but there is a reason why Tony Stark is hanging out a lot with the X-Men and why Sentinels look a certain way during the Fall of X era. Daredevil doesn't. Is
there a character named Sonar?
Well, I thought about Daredevil, but he's not really. It's not really sonar, right? Like he uses something else. Man-Bat. That's a good answer, actually. Teens Fighting Monsters, Aliens. Yep. Sonar Boy. No, I don't know if that's a character or not. Oh, Iron Man's armor uses sonar.
So that's why he used the all caps. Good for you. It stands for Sound Navigation and Ranging. Transcendent Travis is in the Royal Canadian Navy. That's awesome. Wow.
Thank you for your service. Right. Ben Affleck's movie set sonar. Josh, do me a favor. Ban yourself. You're a moderator. You can ban people. Ban yourself for bringing up noon, Ben Affleck.
If you go back to the around noon, we announced the email winners. Because a Sentinel and an Iron Man suit fell in love and had a baby.
John, why didn't you mention Iron Man's suit using sonar earlier? Somebody beat you to it. You got distracted, didn't you, John? You got distracted.
Well, here's another thing to distract you. All the M&M colors taste exactly the same. Delicious. Verified it earlier.
I love that you had to verify it.
I don't think I've had M&Ms in a minute.
You had to verify.
Oh, in our wedding, we had O M&Ms and M M&Ms.
We had M&Ms.
And they were black, white, and red. The colors of our wedding. Does stick use sonar?
No, they use the same system that Daredevil used, and it's not sonar because they specifically say that it's not sonar. I don't care what Ben Affleck says, Josh.
Blind as well?
Do you even do you read anything besides Tim
Zdarsky's
Daredevil?
I have not read anything with stick in it.
He was in Devil's Reign.
No, he was. I forgot. Hey, who do you think is a villain going to be in Batman 2? Mr. Freeze or Jack Frost?
Ben Affleck.
I just made a fool of myself, so I have no answer for this one.
I would hope Mr. Freeze, and it's Arnold Schwarzenegger coming back. Everybody freeze. Remember when he did that in the movie? That was so awful. Your thoughts about Deathstroke, the Terminator getting an omnibus? I'm absolutely hyped. Ooh. Oh, the Mark Wolfman stuff? 100% it's good.
There's a Green Lantern villain called Sonar.
But he doesn't use sonar. No, you're right. You're right.
Oh, that's a jip.
Phil, how are you doing, buddy?
Did you get those glorious G.I. Joe PDFs?
I saw them, brother. I saw them, and I'm excited for them. I still get the classified.
Hey,
you're talking about the comics? Yes. I actually, Cheap Graphic Novel sent me the ones that I pre-ordered through them. I'm with you, King and Black Evergreen. Yes, man. Where were my people?
Also, I just listed tons of stuff, like 5 things that I'm reading that are neither one of those. Thank you for the super chat. So
Just started getting into Omnis and missed availability on the Doctor Doom Omnibus. Any chance we get a reprint soon with him coming into the MCU? I don't want to pay don't pay $300 for it. Thank you for the super chat. I always tell people to be patient. Eventually, these books will be reprinted.
That one was pretty popular, right?
It came and went. That book came and went. We do a reprint poll every year on our channel around February, and that list is sent over to Marvel, and they reprint 95 to 100% of that list every year. So I'm hoping that they do it again. How am I doing? Broke. Recently bought 6 Omnis thanks to your channel. Oh, Phil, I'm so sorry.
Blast likes Absolute Carnage one in the King in Black.
That's okay. Blast is wrong a lot. Mutant Massacre is an event. We'll die on that.
But Blast, he does like Carnage more than Venom.
I do. Carnage is my dude. Sorry, Phil.
Most disappointing recent ongoings. And people in the chat, go ahead and answer this as well.
Most recent.
That Rob Liefeld #1 I picked up the team up.
Well, I don't read ongoing. I read collected editions.
Yeah, so this is kind of hard for you to
So this one's hard for me to answer.
That's what's like, in the chat, like what?
So I'm 6 months behind if that still counts. What have I not enjoyed that much? A lot of them are miniseries that I haven't really liked. Hold on, I'm thinking here. A lot from DC I've been enjoying. I like this New Dawn era. I like Green Lantern by Jeremy Adams. I think that run is phenomenal. I like the Philip Kennedy Johnson stuff. I love Birds of Prey. Well, see, I'm behind on Detective Comics, so I don't know. I didn't like the Mariko Tamaki Detective Comics run, but a lot of people did. So maybe that stuff. Amazing Spider-Man has... Amazing Spider-Man might be the right answer, honestly.
I picked up the first issue of Ultimate X-Men, and I could already tell. I was like, oh, this isn't for me. This isn't the type of story that I was looking for. I love manga, but I'm not wanting it from that title, right? And I'm not talking about her artwork, just the story. I was like, oh, this probably isn't going in the direction that I would enjoy.
I'll say this about Amazing Spider-Man, though. Like, as much as people hate on it, there's some good in there. Like, some of those trades are, like, I thought it started good.
Oh, yeah.
And then it dipped.
That first trade is terrific. I want to read it again.
And then it went in ways that I was like, oh, this is bad. But the last trade I read was really, I thought it was wasn't really good. It was good. So, ups and downs like every Spider-Man.
Oh, Tiger Eyes is saying Night Thrasher, Jason Aaron's Avengers, and Namor.
You had me a Night Thrasher. Dude, somebody spoiled what happens, and that's okay. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but my boy Night Thrasher is back somewhere, and that's all I need to go and say.
Mega Shrimster. Omar got me to buy the Prelude to Mutant Massacre Omni despite having the Uncanny X-Men Volume 5 Omni. Let's hope I can cut my losses somewhat by selling the latter.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I was just trying to give people options, right? That's all I was doing. And if you notice, that episode is not sponsored by anybody. Not Marvel, not even my regular like cheap graphic novels, Walt's Comic Shop, or BD Cosmos, because I genuinely wanted to inform people. But I still see that.
I thought that was a really good idea.
I wish I had changed it to red and gold instead of red and blue, but I didn't want to confuse people too much.
Yeah, you can only go so far with the reference.
And dude, even if because it's a video that people wanted me to do, right? And I still got called out a couple places that I was making up excuses for Marvel, and I'm like, no, I'm giving people like what they wanted. They wanted to see what the differences were.
Well, CNS says A4 heard recently Karma Volume 2 Dino might be trade paperback only. No hardcover option to match Volume 1. Any idea if this is true?
What I know about Karma is Amanda and I did a video that got pulled from YouTube because it's too sexy. Even the stuff that we covered up, it was just a topic. It was deemed too sexy for YouTube. So our video got pulled down. So I may put it up on Patreon. I like the covers. I don't know why they would go with soft cover, honestly. They don't really do that. Like, I mean, they've been consistent with their standard size hardcovers. I'll ask. I will read Ultimate Spider-Man because Hickman is not a fan of him. Warren.
No, but let me tell you, it's a straightforward story. It's not confusing. It's not
Hickman.
And he made Harry say, "Let him cook." So he's going in a different direction. What's the schedule for this week?
Let me get my schedule.
And I hope you're doing well. I hope school's going well, Big Stu. And while you're pulling up the schedule, Buckmaster B saying that seeing that Power Rangers book 3 in the thumbnail,
Yes.
is that material you've read yet, or will this be your first time?
First time.
That's the end of the Ryan Parrott era, my favorite Power Rangers writer.
You like him that much, huh? All right. Tomorrow is Batman 66 Omnibus and Dark Horse trade paperbacks. Monday's Excalibur Volume 3 and Extreme X-Men 2. Tuesday's the Marvel trades, old reader, new readers back. Wednesday is the top 10 Spidey and Omnibus editions. And I think that's where I'll put the Batman Year 1 box set. I've had that overview for 2 weeks now, and I need to put it somewhere. Thursday is the Spider-Man, the Black Costume Saga, Omnibus Volume 1. And maybe if I have time, because I'll be in California that week, the Absolute Batman Master Race. So it's Absolute Batman Dark Knight 3. Dom is stepping in for me on Friday. He wants to give it a shot for the DC solicitations. That will go up on Patreon on Thursday evening and Friday morning on YouTube. And then Swamp Thing by Nancy Collins and Bob's Your Uncle. Superman Triangle Years. That will be on, I think, Sunday. So, yeah.
Just watched your Valiant Hero Universal Origins
you.
overview recently and got interested, but not sure which ones. What's your top recommendation from all of them?
Ninjak. Ninjak is one of the best comics I've read this year. It'll probably make it in my top 10 reads of the year.
Wow.
It was amazing.
That's awesome.
Like I have never read it. I knew nothing of it, and I hope you go into it the same way other than the pitch that I gave. The artwork and the world building and everything about it was so good. I love the characters. I greatly appreciate that video, Omar, despite me already making up my mind to get the break. You're welcome.
And where's the Wonder Woman reading order, man?
Where's the reading order,
how
man?
You do read orders?
Usually I let the Patreons vote for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't had the time. Reading orders are difficult because I have to go back and read the stories. Not all of them, right? But with so many books coming out, it's difficult for me to go back and do it, which is why Dom has been a blessing to help. I may need to take 2 days off the channel, let him take over so I can have some time to work on reading orders. And I may do that with him. So that's what's going on.
Like, have you put Wonder Woman up and it didn't win the vote?
Yeah, Wonder Woman has lost twice.
Yeah. It
lost to, what was the last? I can't remember what it lost to. I think it was, well, it lost to X-Men. Go figure, right? And then it lost to Superman, I think, whenever I was doing those. Yeah.
I just got a free month of DC Universe Infinite. Yay! Any miniseries recommendations? And people in the chat, you could at Ace703.
I can tell you the ongoing series have been great. Are you allowed to read ongoing series in DC Universe? I'm not sure how that works.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know.
But what did you recommend?
Oh, World's Finest has been excellent. Okay. Green Lantern, Flash is weird, but I dig it.
If you would like to join this month Patreon, if you're not already joined, for the book club meeting on Sunday, September 22nd at 2 p.m. Eastern time, we are going to discuss Flash Born to Run.
Oh, Mark Twain classic.
And we're going to sing Baby We're Born to Run.
Yeah, you sound just like the boss.
And that is the $7.77 tier. The $5 tier gets you access to Discord, which is a terrific place thanks to our moderators and the people who are on the Discord. And we also have a level just starting at $1, and you get access to Omar's documentation. And so thank you to all our patrons. It really, really helps. Wow. Because you said Flash. That's what made me think of it. All right. Now, Ice Cream Man. I was just talking last night that I want to read this. I saw Ice Cream Man Sunday Edition 3 is coming soon. And went to grab the first 2 volumes, and they're out of print. Any ideas when they might get reprinted?
They're out of print?
That stinks.
I had no idea they were out of print. I don't. That's honestly up to the creator and Image Comics is how that usually comes about. So, let me see if I can reach out to the creator. But that is difficult to answer because it's mainly up to them.
So Ace can read ongoings too.
Oh, good, good, good.
So thank you, James, for the link to the Patreon and Lord of the Mightiest format known as Omnibus, the books that crush week epics. Conan, over to you.
Not this week, next week. The books were delayed again, and I'm waiting for an email from my contact at Titan to see what's going on.
By the way, I just want to thank you so much since you reignited my love for comic books and I actually started collecting seriously after discovering your channel. Love your stuff, man.
Oh, thank you. Much love to you. And I'm serious. I will get back to it. That's why I said I'm going to get with Dom. I need to meet with him about like helping. Dom has been a blessing, and I know he's here in the chat. I'm not just saying that. I say it to his face. And now he's on the near mint condition payroll, so he's official near mint condition. So I do need to have a chat with him about some of the things that I want to do. By the time we meet once a week, I'm drained. Like, we meet once a week to talk about like what's coming up next week. And I'm like, I got maybe 30 minutes to an hour left in me before I just crash. Because I've done so much. Like, it takes me that long. Friday, I usually leave to read books I want to read, and I haven't done that in like 5 weeks.
Tina's lactose intolerant. She was eating ice cream last night.
Tina is on a suicide mission. I don't know what her problem is.
Volume 2 still in print. Bunk saying volume 1 is still available at cover on Amazon.
There you go.
Okay.
Whoever was asking earlier, yes.
So if they started printing
Bronze Age
Batman Omnis, would you read them?
Yes. That's got some killer artwork in there. Absolutely.
Do you have any upcoming interviews? Also, how would someone approach you for an interview? My buddy's doing some interviews for his new books, and I've recommended you. Ooh.
People hit me up on email. They email me. I don't have any next week. I think I have some lined up for the following week, though. Usually it's like somebody's agent or they themselves. I tell you what, though, like it's gotten to the point. This is what I need to talk to Dom about too, where I have had to turn down some interviews because I just don't have the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I look at my schedule. My schedule is insane, and I'm not here to complain. I'm just letting you know for real. Like, I need to slow down a little bit because I need to give myself time. I have, one-on-ones. I have reading. I have editing. I have filming. I look at my schedule and I'm like, oh, I have an interview. And then, my daughters have things going on after school that I need to go to. And I had to skip a couple things because sometimes the people I'm interviewing had to move the schedule, and I can't. It's gotten pretty hard, but yeah. Awesome interview with Larry Hama. Larry Hama is one of my favorite comic book creators. I can't even call him just a comic book writer because he's done just about everything in comics.
You talked about martial arts
with Larry Hama?
Yeah.
No, he talked about it.
Because when I told Bill, he said, "Did you talk to him about martial arts training?" Because when he something about G.I. Joe and like that the fight scenes looked actually like he knows his stuff.
He does know his stuff.
He did train in martial arts.
Look, there's so much I wanted to talk to him about. Like, he's a veteran, right? Like he's an actor. He's a musician. And it's like, but Larry's also in his 70s. And you'll notice the difference when I interview somebody like Larry Hama and somebody like Jeremy Adams, right? Larry Hama drives. I'm the co-passenger. I'm the co-pilot. Like, seriously, like Larry Hama drives.
For a split second, I was like,
we gotta let him cook. You let him cook. When you get to be a certain age, you let them cook. They can talk about whatever. Sometimes you have to drive. You have to help them drive a little bit. But seriously, I have a lot of respect for these people, and it takes a lot of them to sit there and talk to me for a couple of hours, especially when they get to be a certain age. So for Larry Hama, there's so many questions I have for him. But I also have to let him talk.
Yeah.
Like, he has a lot of stories. He's lived an amazing, insane life.
Okay, I'll let you talk. I've got a really big question.
Okay.
Did Marvel decide to end Ryan North's Fantastic Four?
I didn't know that. What? When was this announced?
Thanks. I really like it.
It's excellent. It's one of the best. That's one of my favorite ones. I didn't know about this. When was this announced recently? Or did he announce
we'll come back to that. We've got a super chat from Silhouetted Animator. Thank you for the super chat. What's your trade? White Whale. Mine, Transmetropolitan, book 4 of 5. Wow. What's your trade? Paperback, White Whale.
Can you click on Silhouetted Animator?
Can I?
And I'm gonna tell you something right now. Anybody that has a White Whale for collected editions. Eventually, these books will be reprinted in some kind of way, right? Manga collectors, we are, for lack of a better term, screwed. I have been searching, I've talked about this many times, for Basara volume, I think it was volume 23, I can't remember. I'm angry with the whole thing. For 20, going on 21 years now. Air Gear, there's so many Air Gears I'm missing. And I was looking at my list. I'm like, oh, I'm missing this volume. Let me look on eBay. Let's see how much. $495, and there's only one copy. Dude, it's insane. But at least with, collected editions, like especially if it's like Marvel and DC, they'll make something. So yeah, brother, it's insane. I feel your pain. I'm missing a lot of manga. There was a transition period for me when I lost my job and I couldn't buy anything. So yeah.
Okay, Scott
26 would be
the last issue. Let's see. Manga Speed saying the Ryan North Fantastic Four has been my favorite run on the character since Kurt Busiek wrote The First Family in Astro City. Such wonderful snippets of a fantastic life. Yes.
Oh man, that sucks. I really like what he's doing with the book. 26 issues.
All right, Omnibus saying, why am I the only one not digging the North Fantastic Four? I like it, but everyone seems to love it. It's too one-shotty for me. Oh, that's what I like. Let's see. I lock for CNSS 84.
My friend Brooks, who used to be the big guy when he came to like fishing for Omnis, when I lost my pup back in 2017, he sent me a copy of that Psylocke because he knew I was missing it, and he sent me a copy of that Psylocke trade paperback. I'll always remember that as like, he sent me that and DuckTales Volume 2 because he knew that I needed some cheering up.
It's okay. It's okay. He tweeted that November, scheduling issues in November.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is so good.
Tweeted, it's just
yeah. So there you go, Pants with Pete. When you interview someone like Hama, Claremont, and Priest, you just let them talk.
Absolutely.
And let them document to you their experiences in their life and profession.
And I feel guilty, especially with Claremont, when the super chat's coming in, right? And Claremont is very he is just like his comics. He loves to talk. And at this point, I've gotten at that age where one of my favorite quotes since I was 20-something years old when 6 Feet Under came out is it's when Nate is sitting with the older gentleman that just lost his wife, and he's telling him about, how they met and this love story. 6 Feet Under was a phenomenal series, by the way, on HBO. And Nate interrupts him. He's like, oh yeah, it's like and he says, shut the F up, boy, and let an old man talk. That is one of my all-time favorite quotes of any TV shows. And I think I've learned that, I think people have stories to tell. Somebody that's lived that long has a story to tell. So out of respect, not just for their work, but because they've been with us for so long, I let them talk. And it could get me in trouble one day. They could go into a rant about something. You get to be a certain age and you just don't care. But I do, out of respect, let them talk. Like anybody that I've had on the show like that, you will see the difference when I interview somebody like even my buddy Tyrone Grumbeck, right? Because I guess we talk like we're friends now. But yeah, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's different than talking to somebody like Claremont.
Oh yeah.
I interrupt her, we're drinking. Claremont is like, I just sit down and let him talk.
Well, I'm going to talk to you for previous super chat.
Thank you, Bruce.
Well, we should be getting a Ryan North Fantastic Four Omnibus announcement soon.
Well, if he's not done cooking, then let him cook.
Says, I'm sure Clint Eastwood has said that too.
Clint Eastwood doesn't have to say it. He has that face.
Oh, yeah. Okay, really quick, Master Bobby. We just want to say congratulations to the Raven Boys. Just celebrated your first Winning anniversary.
Real talk, Jake.
Yay.
Every 5 years, you should get some kind of medal. First year, you should get that medal. First year was rough for people. Every 5 years, the government should send you a check like, hey, congratulations on being married. Here's your stipend. Like, go and have fun.
I don't know why you're looking at me.
Because we're the ones that are married.
You're talking to them. I just agree about the first year being rough.
All right, my bad.
I didn't know it was rough. Apparently.
Hey guys, good to see you this week too. Can you guys recommend me some futuristic dystopian sci-fi comics, graphic novels? I fell in love with them, like Blade Runner. Yes.
I completely agree, Bobby. I love this type of stuff. Nothing's coming to mind.
Well, I was gonna go. If you don't, I love European titles, and a lot of them are like this.
Oh yeah.
But I would you got to go with the masterpiece that is incl. But I actually like the Meta Barons more than incl, so I would go with the Meta Barons.
What about East of West? But I didn't like East of West.
I like East of West. I thought
you might like East of West.
East of West is excellent, so I would go with East of West. Yeah, there's a couple. What is the Magnetic Press book? Gosh, what is it called? It's an anthology series about a spaceship. It just came out. The Black Box. Black Box.
Oh, and that other book club book that I ended up liking. I was like, "Why? What's wrong with me about the robot Descender?"
Oh yeah, you didn't like Descender?
I didn't get into it.
Well, it's a good thing Dustin Wynn was when I was interviewing him. You weren't here,
so I wouldn't say I didn't like it. I just didn't get into it. Descender. Oh, look, Matt suggests Descender.
That's a good suggestion.
Judge Dredd Volume 5.
That's
East
a good one.
of West.
Better Barons. That's
Incl.
the one, man.
Ooh, are they? They're
the Blade Runner comics are good. Like Titan has been publishing a couple of them. Black Science.
Lazarus by Ruffy.
Yeah, I go with Black Science.
Ghost in the Shell. Akira.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted manga.
Saga's so good.
If you want manga, then you got to go with Akira, Battling Alita, Ghost in the Shell,
if
things
you
like that.
like Firefly, the TV show Firefly, you would like Saga. Yeah. Melanie should get a check every 5th year. Omar got Melanie that's rewarding in depth. You got some brownie points. High five, Final Shadow.
Thanks, Final Shadow.
Sentient. What's Sentient?
That's an excellent choice. That's a book published by TKO.
Oh, another Jeff Lemire robot. Oh, did Jeff Lemire write Descender? Okay. Tokyo Ghost.
What's the one? One of my favorite. Every year I do my favorite reads. Last year, it's the one about the little girl with her brother trying to make it to a spaceship because the world is dying. Oh, what is that one called? It's published by Aftershock. We Live? No, it's not We Live. My buddy Ryan Wilson actually recommended it to me. It was excellent. Prophet is excellent too, by Graham. That's a good book.
Rhea from Valiant? Do you pronounce it Rhea?
Ray. Right.
Oh.
Rai. No.
Right.
It would be Rai, right? Because his Rai?
With the vintage.
Oh, I meant Rai. That's what I meant earlier. Dang it. No. Somebody was asking me my favorite Valiant. I went with Ninjak. No, I meant Rai. Dang.
Oh no, shoot.
Because I just got Ninjak in the mail.
But you were very passionate about it.
I hope he's still here.
If you're still watching. Like, I don't trust Omar ever again. With the 50th Marvel trade birthday, Omar, what is the best trade or graphic novel released by Marvel and worst?
The best trade paperback. That's hard, man. The best trade paperback released by Marvel. Well, I got to go with the classic Dark Phoenix Saga, right? Like that was one of the earliest ones that I had, and that kind of paved the way for everything else they've been doing since then. The worst one has to be one of the ones that. Okay, good.
Get here.
Get. So Rai is the one that I was talking about. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The worst one would have been like one of those early books that I got to. That I got early on that fell apart. Or one of the ones that fell apart. So since Past is the worst, best Marvel's is good. I would say Marvel, but Marvel didn't get Trouble. You know, Trouble.
Fan said yes.
That's a good one. Trouble. I can't even
got
go with Onslaught.
Couple of super chats. How are you doing, Cycle Cleveland?
Yes, guy.
So you gonna let Jess talk more, or are you saying he's young?
When he gets a little bit older, I'm gonna let him cook. But right now, he's trying his best.
Thank you for the super
Jess
chat.
is trying his best. That should be his name.
Jess tries the best at what he does, and what he does is pretty good.
You guys and Earl Grey are my go-to channels for collected editions. Earl does mostly European comics. I was introduced to Prince Valiant. Have you read it? Yeah. I think I've got about.
Thank you for the super chat. And I did star your question earlier. Art speaks more than words, but the conversation just got away from us.
You know, we try to get Earl Grey on the channel. We're gonna try again this year. Every year I do like anybody that has a YouTube channel and I want to give them the spotlight. I invite them to do it like end of the year what their favorite read was. I think we've invited Earl Grey a couple times. He couldn't make it one time. This time I'm gonna ask Taylor to send out the those invitations around October.
Sorry, dude. You're always Psycho Cleveland because it makes me think of Psycho Cleveland. Oh man,
He changed it. This is the third name he said. He used to be some. What was it? I don't want to dox him because he was doxed.
Yeah, okay, so we'll stop.
What? So,
Hey, Omar, Melanie, I've got a question about omnibus storing. Every time I store them in Klax, it seems like gravity causes the pages to sway to one side. Any tips on how to avoid that?
I've seen when I was in the Marvel Masterworks forum, they used to use like styrofoam blocks to put underneath the pages. They actually make something now that goes like it almost looks like a slipcase you put your book in. Now that's going to leave you less room in your bookcase, right? But it almost looks like a slipcase. You put your book in, and it has like a shoe, like a little shoehorn down there.
So, we've got 5 minutes left.
What? That's it?
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I want to pose this question to the chat as well. This would be kind of a good wrap-up question. What's your guilty pleasure comic book or graphic novel aside from Batman Year 2?
Oh, one that I know is bad, and I don't care what anybody else says. Absolutely. Avengers: The Crossing. I love Avengers: The Crossing. Is it awful? Yeah. Should you read it? Judge it for yourself. Absolutely.
What's mine?
I don't know. What's something you read over?
Yeah,
and over?
I don't. It's nothing's coming to mind. That's why I'm asking you. Like, what do I
Narnia?
like? That,
Narnia?
No. What do I like in comics that? You're like, it's not that good.
Oh, Light the Night. Spider-Man.
No, that is a genuinely good story.
Okay. Okay.
No, that's not a guilty pleasure.
Okay. Boys Over Flowers, the manga.
Oh man, I tried to read
So
that and
awful.
I had to stop. Yeah, that's it. But now.
Opposite question of that other person. I'm just finishing Descender Ascender. What grounded story should I tackle next? Leaning Miller's Daredevil, Gotham Central, or JMS Spider-Man? JMS Spider-Man has 2 Omnis. Daredevil has 2 Omnis. Go with Gotham Central and then move on to Miller's Daredevil and then JMS Spidey.
So Clone Saga.
Guilty pleasure. I can see that.
Jimmy.
What do I think of Keanu Reeves in Berserker? I'm going to pick it up. I haven't read it yet. But keep in mind, he's also co-writing it with Matt Kent. FFI Claremont is not great. I agree with that. But...
Oh, Josh only reads Peak.
What? Oh.
Let's see.
Josh. Omar enjoys The Crossing.
We did announce the winners of the email giveaway at noon.
Around noon, if you want to go back to that around that time.
Since you teach film studies, I do. Have you checked out any... I'm gonna butcher the name if I say it. Movies. Millennium Mambo 3 times. I just need someone to say yes to that. It's so lonely. Oh, baby.
I haven't seen
it. You got it. Oh, I'm
sorry,
I haven't either.
Hopefully.
But you know what?
One day we will.
Last year, this kid's like, you call yourself a film studies teacher and you haven't seen Polar Express?
Polar Express.
I was like, I don't think it looks good.
Blackest Night is so... But Blackest Night is regarded as like one of the greatest like DC story. Atlantis Attacks is a good answer. Honestly, if I'm going to go with annuals, then I'm going to go with the Evolutionary War. It wasn't that good, but I loved it. Just like Peter loves Atlantis. Warren, you like Atlantis Attacks? I feel like Warren...
Busick's Aquaman, Sword of Atlantis.
But
I don't think it's great, but I'm the only one.
But I think a lot of other people like it. And it's got that Jackson Guy artwork too. What if Miles Morales?
No, that's like a good What If.
No,
is it not?
No, it's awful. Wait, are you? It's the one that has By Odin's Fade. Like... And the thing was, it was like a half black, half Latino dude that wrote it, and people were like, "How could you write something this stereotypical, man? It sounds like a '90s comic."
Well, okay, guilty pleasure. If you like 90s comics, then
True. I mean, some people like Wildcats and Spawn as a guilty pleasure.
Oh no, I'm triggering memories with Polar Express.
That was not a good movie. Atlantis Attacks when Namor floods Wakanda. Right? No, it's not. Roberto Rodriguez. Are you waiting for the complete Kabuki? It's been delayed until January, but yes, I am. Evolutionary War or Citizen Kang? Citizen Kang, brother. Oh, Citizen Kang has bad art too. I like Larry Hama's run on Batman, all 7 issues, which had been collected in some manner. Some of it isn't some of it in No Man's Land, I want to say. Are the Walking Dead color editions ever getting a collected edition? You know, I have 2 questions for my contact at Skybound. That's one of them. Someone else has been asking me about that. And the other one is, what's going on with Invincible Library Edition Volume 3?
So it is 1:00. How many more questions?
Let's do 5 more questions. I'm having a lot of fun with you folks.
Carson is asking, do you think that the first Spider-Gwen Omni will be reprinted when the film Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out? Man, I can't wait for that film. When's it coming out?
I don't know, baby. I don't know. It's up to you all, really. Well, although they did reprint books that are, not part of our reprint poll. So who's to say? Maybe, yeah.
Jimmy found brand new Son of M trade.
Okay. Omar, bro, hypothetically, you're EIC of Marvel right now, in charge of collected editions. You're relaunching a brand new volume of X Factor with a new #1. Who's your draft picks for the team? Editor-in-chief, not editor-in-chief. To relaunch a book of X Factor? Oh my gosh, this is going to be so hard not to pick the Peter David team. Wait. Who's your draft picks for the team? You not creators. You actually want team members, huh? Okay. All right. Team members of X Factor. Archangel. Havoc's had his day. You know what? I'm going to go with Vulcan. Let's let another Summers brother in there. I'm going to go with Rachel. Longshot. I'm so basic, man. These are like some of my favorites. Okay, hold on. Stay with me. I'm willing to give Stacy X another chance. She's been in a lot of horrible stories. I'm willing to give her another chance. I'm gonna put Stacy X on the team. I'm gonna pick 2 more to kind of round this out.
I make creators, but I like your answers.
You like my answer, Stacy X? This is awful. Angel, we need some drama. Who could stir up some drama? Betsy would be the right answer, but no. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go with Warlock. And you know what? Because I miss him, and ain't nobody brought him back yet. Rusty. Final answer. Creators.
I actually read a comic with Rusty.
Jeremy Adams. I like Jeremy Adams to write X Factor. I want him to take a shot right, because Jeremy Adams and I bonded over our love of New Warriors, and that was awesome. It's not a lot of people. And my buddy Dama Vex got to interview Jeremy Adams too. If you want to go and check out his interview. Spider-Verse 3 is 2027.
Thank you, Bruce.
That's 3 years from now.
Man, that stinks.
What's the delay?
Man, we got done watching the second movie in film studies, and then this kid showed me it was like a little 7-minute video that they had created that, it's delayed, but here's a little story. And so we watched it. And it was powerful. Jimmy, he says that to me all the time when he's thinking of something else.
Like what?
Jimmy's like, ouch. You just said, okay.
About what?
See, because he was thinking of something else.
What?
He got that trade, yo. I don't remember what it was.
Jimmy got that trade?
That trade.
What? Oh, you mean Miles Morales? That one?
No, I don't know. It was.
I thought Jimmy was the one that liked the Miles Morales What If issue. He said he liked it. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I said okay.
Brand new Son of M.
Oh, you don't have the Omni? That Son of M has some wonderful artwork, dude.
X Team work best when they are not cool. They work best when they are a little weird. High five, Thomas! Yeah, I'm all for the weirdness. Okay, this is the third question. Where is the best place to read digital comics? Is there anything with all the titles, Marvel, DC, etc.? I know Hoopla, you can, I haven't personally used it, but that you can, it's a library app, so you don't have to pay. And that other people use it.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't read digital. And so it's like Marvel or DC Unlimited. Yeah.
How do you pick Vulcan over Extreme as a Summers brother?
All right. I'm so sorry. I was put on the spot. I could have gone with Vulcan. There's no what do you mean there's no Omni of Son of M? Son of M is in it's in 2 Omnis. It's in one of the DNA Cosmics, and it's in the House of M, isn't it? The Aftermath. What is that called? No, Decimation. It's in Decimation. What are you doing?
Just answer questions.
You're answering questions?
You answer questions. I can get a book out, can't I?
Well, you got to be careful how you place that plaque is why I'm asking.
Okay, I'm not going to break your plaque. I love you. I got this.
Okay.
Why?
Oh, Hoopla's great. So many comics. Nope, it's not. Yes, it is. Son of M, it has to be in that Decimation Omnibus. And I know Son of M is in the... Yeah. Son of M is in one of the... I think it's in either the War of the Kings Omnibus or it's into Road of War of the Kings Omnibus. Seriously. I'm not going to lie to you, Jimmy.
I'm going to push it back even further.
Did you read the Dune graphic novel, The Prophet?
That made me nervous.
What are your thoughts on it? I don't think I've read that one yet.
Okay, was that 5?
Oh gosh, it has been 5. Yes. Did you? So I haven't read it. I'm sorry. So thank you. It's in the road too. Part works. See, Jimmy, I wasn't lying to you.
Oh, look. What you don't hear from me, you're usually right, so I take your word for it.
She never says that.
This
She never says I'm usually right.
Unless it's about a comic.
Unless it's about not real life
Look,
things.
I can't get a book off the shelf.
All right.
Sorry,
I picked Jeremy Adams.
America.
Jeremy Adams for artwork. I'm sorry, for writing it. Dan Mora for art. Because he could do it. He could do it. Omni Dog live in 4 hours. Thank you for that, Harvey Picard. Had Skybound said, okay, what are you doing right now?
I was trying to get Thomas's Son of Emerson Road to War Kings Omni.
There you go, Jimmy.
All right, Michael, you're lucky here. Because he started reading it. You're the last
I'm
question.
lucky. He's lucky.
He's lucky.
Okay. Has Skybound said anything? I was just asking. Do I think they'll do it? I mean, with the success of G.I. Joe, I think they totally can. Yeah. I don't know if they'll do it or not, though. But they can.
Bye, you guys. Have a good weekend. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Go check out Omni Dog.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I would say so. Rocky in the future, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When it's done.
You're welcome.
Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.